me, subhanAllah, of what I say. And actually what I said there, ironically, is the message I wanted to give you about shaitan. And I did not plan this. Wallah, I did not plan this. But the message in that article is very, very important. And that's why the title is called, Are You Being Tricked? A Treat. Meaning that is our focus so much on the origins of... Because when you hear the whole thing about Halloween, the standard Islamic, and the correct Islamic response is that it's haram because of what it is. It is pure shirk, kufr, haram, baqwas, and it's a pagan thing. If it's not pagan, it's Christian. If it's not that, it's shaitan, whatever it is. Okay? But, its source is something, bad. But my point is that even if you are debating that and whether it's not, it's harmless, like American scholars like to kind of blag it, it's part and parcel of people's rituals, it's not something religious, whatever. Even if that's the case, you know what the people miss? Or where the focus isn't? The same thing that people miss with shaitan himself. The same thing that we have allowed ourselves to be played. And that is, shaitan in popular culture is the same now in Islamic culture. A fun cartoon character. Naughty but nice. I always think of shaitan as naughty but nice. Right? Is naughty but nice like a cake brand? Huh? No? Doesn't naughty but nice have whatever naughty but nice is? I'm sure I've seen an advert for naughty but nice. Whatever it is it cake or is it clothes or I don't know what it is, but you got the little devil kind of giggling and whatnot. Right? You've got that association with shaitan. When if shaitan is your logo, like even football, Red Devils, right? Manchester United. Okay. Now, whatever the root, I've got no idea where the hell Red Devils come from, right? To be associated with a football team. But it's not been given any devilish reality, is it? It's entertainment, it's sport, it's fun, it's worldwide, appeal, whatever. So whatever the meaning of devil is, whatever it should be, you're not getting that from Red Devils in the use of a logo for Man United. You're not getting the understanding of what a devil is when you see it in the logo for Naughty But Nice. In actual fact, the words indicate that, it's the kind of thing you should push the boundaries and it's fun and it's nice, right? When you think of the cartoon character of shaitan in any cartoon, or like in a Tom and Jerry kind of setup, he comes on and he's messing about. It's all fun and jokes and fun and games, right? When you... and when I said that it's now moved on to the Islamic kind of side, you know that when Muslims started to move into more creative ways of giving da'wah on YouTube and making smart videos and whatever and investing, one of the biggest ones that went viral in the Muslim world, and by that I mean kind of like the Arab world, was the video, short one, multi-hundreds of millions of views over all of the networks, okay, of the shaitan going to the guy who's sleeping and him not waking up because shaitan whispering stuff into his ear and dream on and whatever, and then shaitan then the video is meant to be clever. It's showing someone going through the day and the shaitan then dancing around them, okay, and whispering into their ear, and all of it is in Arabic. And the big thing to notice was what shaitan was. It was a actor who bald, like proper clean bald, in red with two horns, okay, and always giggling, and always laughing, and always tiptoeing around, and always in every scene whispering to the Muslim guy, do this, do that, do this, do that, whatever, whatnot. Yani turning this shaitan into a real play character, okay? That's common society. Do you agree with that? Yes? Do you understand what I'm saying? I want you to hold that thought. How did we allow a debate even to happen over Halloween, where the same thing has happened into evil? So evil is clearly, even if you don't believe it has a pagan tradition or a pagan origin or a Christian origin, whatever, what there is no doubt about is the concept of evil. So if they don't use a monster to dress up as and to celebrate, okay, or a ghost or a witch, then they use popular figures either of movies or real life serial killers. So what is being celebrated and fantasized is proper evil. So the masks that are put on and the costumes that are put on all represent, and people might think that this is, taking it too far. Of course I'm taking it too far. I want to understand what is the motivation behind all of this. And the idea is that you take the the whatever it is, the killer, the rapist, the murderer, the dictator, the exterminator, the whatever it is, and turn them into fun characters that want sweets and that it's okay and for the kids to be whatever, and this is the night that the witches gather and the ghosts gather and whatever whatnot, and they celebrate that and it's turned into a fun event. And I have no doubt that the kids and the people who are involved are having fun. But what they have done is they've turned something which is inherently evil, sometimes intrinsically evil, sometimes actual symbols of evil, representations of evil, and made it completely normalized and acceptable and cute and fun and and X and Y and Z, basic reactions. What does that do? What that does is that it dumbs our defense down to the concept of evil, and it normalizes evil, normalizes sin, normalizes horror, just like shaitan has been normalized. When you normalize something, your guard goes down. When your guard goes down, what you have allowed to happen is what society has been doing for the last X amount of years. So for example, nudity. Nudity was the same. Even in this country, people used to be shocked if they saw a woman wearing X amount of clothes, or a lack of clothes, or X level of nudity. And that shock factor was something which was real and visceral to all communities. And the simple way to get rid of that shock is to normalize it. So increase it with key people, increase it and associate it with things that people are de-armed with or disarmed. So your sensitivities and your fears are disarmed. So use maybe a person that you trust, or maybe use it with something like that you don't feel threatened by, like a kitchen or a car or like an X, a normal kind of object which psychologically you don't see as a threat, but then you associate with that nudity, but your mind is now focused on the actual item itself, and you start then to get away with it. You don't feel so threatened by what the woman is presenting herself as, and little bit by little bit, to now to a society where the vast majority of us are completely au fait and normal with nudity, okay, and sexualized nudity at that. Not even just nudity, but sexualized nudity. And those very few people that don't live in such a society, don't live in the world of the modern kind of fashion branding and billboards and advertising and TV and social media, they physically can't handle going out. I've seen people like that. I've met people like that, where they're not necessarily religious or scholars, but their senses can't handle what they're seeing because they've not had their hearts turned black, normalized, desensitized. Okay? And so that's happened. That's a done project. Nudity is a done project. Sexuality is a done project. Deviation is a done project. Lesbianism, homosexuality, it's just all become normalized by increasing its frequency in society and by associating it in a fun way, nice way, whatever way it is. When you think of homosexuals, you don't think of anything horrible or nice. You think of the nicest kind of people, and they're fun, and all of that side is promoted, and so therefore that disarms you, and you feel completely okay and comfortable with the concept. That is how something becomes normalized. Associate with positivity, bring the people's guards down, and then allow it to then spread, and then people become relaxed at it. And I want you to know that evil has happened like that with Halloween, and shaitan has happened like that in our lives. And here's the problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Innahu lakum aduwwun mubin." And indeed he is for you a clear enemy, and for us he's not even an enemy anymore, let alone clear. We don't even recognize him anymore. We don't have a sensor for shaitan. We don't see him as an evil character. And here's the irony. Shaitan is absolutely 100% committed to making sure that not only do you live in the hellfire forever, but your children burn in there forever as well. I want you just to show you how viscerally weak you all are. Me as well, but I tell you something, that I'm strong on this point. And that's not me boasting. That's because I spent my life on this point. It took a while for me to come round to this point, and it was one of the most important moments of my life. You see, for you lot, you can visualize Bashar al-Assad or Ariel Sharon or Trump or X and Y, and you can express pure visceral hatred against him. You can recall what he's done to women, raping them, killing them, taking children, killing them in front of their parents, making people beg, smacking them, so they fall on the floor, saying all the things that they do, and all of the kind of torture and the mutilations that these people have done against kids and against whatever, gassing children, killing them en masse, breaking the will of the parents, and then killing them afterwards as well. All the things that, and you can very easily express such outrage, such hatred, such anger against these human characters, and you would easily pray for their destruction, and you can easily be comfortable with them burning in hell forever in unimaginable torture, because you can feel the pain that they have inflicted, and they are not 1/billionth as evil as Shaitan is, and they do not have the capacity for 1/billionth of the harm that Shaitan wants to cause for you. Shaitan, he laughs at people like Bashar al-Assad. He laughs at them because I can see, not imagine, I know what he's saying. He's like, Bashar al-Assad, you are getting excited and high, or Trump or X or Y, by torturing a person for a few minutes, or a few hours, or a few days. That means nothing to me. Eternity, not 100 years, a billion years. We believe in something called al-khuld, eternity, infinite. He wants that to happen for infinite time. He wants your children that you love to burn, and he's happy, he's delighted that you see him as a friend and as a cute character, and he with a little wiggly tail and a thingy and a red kind of, and a cartoon character, makes his job 100 times easier. You can't even see him, you're not scared of him, you don't consider him to be an enemy, and it is destroying the Muslim community, because Shaitan, especially practicing Muslims, he's at them day and night, in the ways that they're not expecting, via avenues that target them specifically, and we're sitting there thinking, nah, he's alright. Nah, he's not such a threat, and that's not really happening to me. Nah, at this moment, no one's actually speaking to me or trying to change my mind, or no one's trying to push me to the dark side or anything like that, or no one's trying to make me, I'm in control. And if Bashar al-Assad was here, or you were living on the run from his regime, or you're on the run from one of these people, not even for 1 second, would you dare to close your eyes? You'd be looking here, there. Is it, am I going to get caught? Am I going to get tortured the rest of my life? The adrenaline that will be pumping through you will be a whole different level. Whereas Shaitan, 100 billion times more worse, 100 billion times more intellectually and emotionally committed and invested to destroying you forever, and taking time. So you're enjoying yourself. So what I'm trying to say to you is that the importance of al-isti'adha and ta'awudh, of seeking refuge of Allah in a real sense, in a meaningful sense, in a living sense, is essential. The isti'adha must not be underestimated. Our need for protection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must not be underestimated. Our enemy must not be underestimated, and we underestimate him every day, every single day, all day and night we underestimate him. Okay? That's me on my soapbox, that's me done. Alright, so what else can we say? La ilaha illallah. Just to finish off that point 54, Shaykh Uthaymeen says the reason that Shaitan is used, اسم جنس يشمل الشيطان الأول الذي أمر بالسجود لآدم فلم يسجد. This word Shaitan is a general, is referring to the entire genre of shayateen. It specifically refers to the first Shaitan, Iblis himself, who did not prostrate to Adam when he was commanded, and it also includes all of his progeny. وهو من شطن إذا بعد. Shaitan means that which is rejected and that which is far. لبعده من رحمة الله, because of the distance from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فإن الله لعنه, because Allah has cursed him. أي طرده وأبعده عن رحمته, he expelled him and he put him very far away from his mercy. أو من شاط إذا غضب, or it's the word Shaitan is either from shatana, which means to be distant, or it's from the word shata. Did Ahsan go into linguistics of Shaitan? I hope he did. He must have. In any case, Shaitan means to get angry, and of course anger is all from Shaitan. That sifa of anger is from Shaitan himself. لأن تبعته الطيش والغضب والتسرع. All of the kind of characteristics of shaitan are hastiness and anger and quick emotive reacting, and that is يعني something which is it is something as well. And rajim is the one marjoom, بمعنى يعني marjoom, that which has been kicked out. Okay, any questions on, let's before I move on, let's online, yeah. So to finish off then, shaitan is rajim with two meanings. It is marjoom bila'natillah, yani he is stoned and expelled because of the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وطرده وإبعاده عن رحمته وهو راجم غيره بالمعاصي. Subhanallah, I forgot to mention that rajim has two meanings. It means marjoom and rajim. Rajim, which is on the Arabic weight of fa'il. Fa'il means the one who does it and the one is done to. So he is marjoom, the one who is stoned and expelled and cursed as a result, and he is the rajim, meaning he's the one who does it as well. So he curses and he expels people as well. He curses people with sin. He pushes sin upon people and he pushes them away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's something which is a very good point, Allah yarhamu, from Shaykh Uthaymin. Alright, let's deal with some questions, some technical questions about that. Yeah, where are they? Get down to that. Get down. Any questions in here while we find these questions? About shaitan, the dog. Down, yara. Okay, these are salams, that's cool. Huh?
Bit harsh on dogs.
Yeah, wallahi, a bit harsh on dogs. That's some too harsh on dogs. Sahih. Okay.